Again, good evening, everyone. Welcome again to another week of learning. So tonight, ang pag-uusapan natin is topic about how to build a rental business without owning your own real estate property. Kumbaga, sabi ko nga sa mga kaibigan ko, paano magiging landlord or paano magiging lessor na wala kang biniling property, no? With a very minimal or zero capital. So, yan po pag-uusapan natin tonight. Okay, so how to build your own rental business without owning your own properties. So, objectives muna. Tonight, by the end of our webinar, all participants, lalo na yung mga fellow brokers natin, mga estudyante, tsaka mga associates natin, you will end up understanding the rental models that don't require property ownership. You will learn practical strategies and examples in a Philippine scenario settings. You can discover tools, contracts, and marketing techniques to start right away. You're being a landlord or lessor. And lastly, I'm gonna show you also our software program, Philippine MLS, how it can help you on your rental journey, especially in the digital software, no? So, disclaimer, itong pag-usapan natin tonight is for educational purposes only. Income potential and risk vary depending on the agreement, location, market conditions. So always seek professionals, legals, and tax advice once papasok na tayo sa negosyo. Okay? Let's continue. So introductions. Did you know that you can build a rental business without owning a property? Karamihan, no, this is a big question. Some, are you sure na I can have my own rental business? Tanong ni May sa akin, no? Without owning a property. So, sasagutin natin yan, no? So, kasi ang old mindset natin, palagi tayong takot, no? Palagi tayong takot. But in reality, once we learn, mag-take ka lang ng exam. Pag hindi ka preparado, takot ka. Pag preparado ka, nothing. O parang kumbaga, so easy, no? So, old mindset is you need to buy property first before you can manage your rental business. Sabi nga ni Jane, ganun. But those were the days. Because ngayon, kung alam natin, yun ang pag-aralan natin tonight na how can you own property, kumbaga how can you control a property and run it as your rental business without owning a property. The game plan here is leverage, controlling, no? Yun ang pag-usapan natin tonight. Okay. So, I'll show you different model, mga basic model, no, sa mga owning properties. Subleasing with consent. So either si Jane nag-sublease ng space like apartment, condo, or office. Then kumbaga furnish niya. So example, condo in IT Park, nag-rent siya ng 15,000, then sublet niya into a big spacer. Like for example, 4 packs at 7.5, that's 30. So, kumbaga, double the, per 100% markup. So, sabi nga nila, Sam, are you sure may 15,000 sa IT Park Cebu? Yes, for the Cebuano brokers, masabi ko sa inyo, in Ayala mismo, Tower 1 and 2, one of my client nakapag-lease na ng mga 6 na property at 15,000. Kumbaga, marami kasing mga bakante. So ngayon, it's a good market to wholesale kasi ginawa niyang big spacer tsaka yung iba ginawa niyang pang Airbnb. So this is the model of my client, Mr. Yap, especially focusing in IT Park. Yung iba naman, they rent a space, an office, 100 square meter, ginawa nilang co-working space model. So, di ba, uso na rin yan ngayon, no? Co-working space. Even a coffee shop, they provide a coffee shop and they do a co-working space and serve some F&B, no? Food and beverage. So, another is you do Airbnb or short-term rental management. managed listing for property owner. So, wala kang ownership, you offer your service, your expertise as an property management or as a rental manager para for Airbnb or for kumbaga property administrator para less headache, less hassle na si client mo na based in abroad. So the usual PF is naglalaro ng 15 to 30%, lalo na sa Airbnb, that's 20 to 30%, no? On your that's the management fee. So you can also do this way. By the way, tonight, I'm just giving you all the macro idea. Kasi pagdating sa specific, pag in-specific natin yan, marami, mas mahaba ang detalye and I need to limit our training just for an hour. So another idea is co-living and bed spacer model. So you can convert large house, let's say sabi ko nga sa isa kong co-broker Eva, malayo bahay mo sa Liloan, traffic 1 hour or 1 hour plus. Why not just lease a big house, 3 to 4 bedrooms, tirhan mo isang kwarto, the rest of the rooms gawin mong boarding house or bed spacer, no? So kumita ka na, yung kita pang bayad pa sa rentals mo, libre na ang tirahan. So, or you can convert it into targeting students or BPO working, especially if you're near Ayala or IT or mga call center area. So, next is event space. You lease a space para gawin mong resto bar or event space or mamaya. By the way, all of this mamaya I'll give you good examples sa marami. I-elaborate natin to. So, lease open space, either para gawin mong space for rentals or supermercado, no? So, we'll discuss that also. Very common yan. So, we'll discuss more sample. Okay, let's discuss number 1. Case study tayo. Okay, si Evan nag-rent ng unit, condo unit, or nag-rent siya ng bahay or resort. Lalo na recent last few years, no? Maraming uso mga mountain resort. Kaso lang after pandemic, wala na. It's open for rental, for wholesale rental, no? You can wholesale it and run it on your own. Pagandahin mo lang yung marketing management mo, then you can rent it as Airbnb or Agoda Homes. So you can manage Airbnb, either one unit or you can manage a multiple unit. So example, one of our friend in Cebu, nag-master lease siya ng isang magandang bahay, just less than 30 minutes away from the city proper. Then it has around 6 bedrooms, ginawa niyang Airbnb. So, pwede one unit, pwede multiple units, o pwedeng i-rent buong bahay with a pool area, tsaka with an ambience of a mountain and a city view. So, pwedeng ganun. Pwede naman yung katulad ng sinabi kong Chinese client natin na nag-rent ng multiple unit. Ang target niya is makakuha ng minimum 10 units in IT park area. Minimum 10 units. Bakit? Kasi it's a economy of scale. Kasi naglagay siya ng sariling staff niya, admin, to manage for the in and out of the client at saka yung cleaning sa unit. So, to maximize, one unit alone, talo siya. Kasi if you're doing Airbnb, by the way, Airbnb is designed for those individual unit owner to enroll your unit. If you have an extra space sa bahay mo, if you have an extra room, kumbaga doon nagsimula si Airbnb. Pero, pwedeng gawing negosyo ni Jane, pag negosyante si Jane. Pwedeng gawing negosyo ni Arlene, pag negosyante si Arlene. Gawa lang siya magandang page, marketing materials, software. Gawa siya ng magandang system, no? To manage the multiple units. Just like taxi, pag-usapan natin when I started my transport business also. Pag isa lang, talo ka pag you hire a motor pool, sarili mong garage. 1 or 2 or 3. Sabi ng isa kong advisor sa negosyo sa transportation, Sam, you need to manage more than 10. Para you can set up your own motor pool. Kasi yung isasahod mo dun sa sarili mong motor pool, kaya na i-cover sa profit mo sa 10, by the way, I'm in PUJ, sa 10 jeepney mo. The same thing with your Airbnb unit. If you're just managing 1, 2, or 3, you need to know ano yung break-even numbers mo. So, should you manage 5? If you hire a people, kaya na ba yan? Or baka negative ka pag pasok ng mga operational expenses mo. So, you need to understand those things, no? Or, para alam mo kailan ka papasok to hire additional people. But I always recommend you always start with your own sarili muna para, sorry, I need to stop video iba. Para to experience, kasi if you hire people and then suddenly wala kang personal experience, how will you know kung niloko ka na and everything, no? So again, Airbnb, either you lease 1 unit of condo or you lease a house in the city na pwede mong ipa-Airbnb, or you lease a mountain resort at iba pa, or even a resort near the beach, no? So, pwedeng ganon. Let's go next. Lease a house or a certain floor in a building. Like I myself, I lease a house with a 4-bedroom, din ginawa kong boarding house. I've been in the boarding house business since on my high school pa. Kasi I grew up beside university. I also lease 2 floors beside the university. There's a 3-story Mangkao building. I lease the 2nd floor and I lease the 3rd floor. And I do partition. It's around 100 to 150 square meter per floor area, per floor. Ang ginawa kong 5 rooms. And then ginawa kong 4 packs or 8 packs per room, per bed spacer. So those are my business since I'm in my high school life, no? So, you lease a house or a building just by a floor, so you can do boarding house or room for rent or dormitory. Or even a friend of mine in, sabihin natin, Miglanilla, there is an entertainment, there's what we call Anju World activity area. So, nag-lease siya ng isang floor sa isang commercial building and kinonvert niya into hostel or hotel or lodge. Meron din siyang kinuhang 1 floor sa Marina Mall, malapit sa airport, and kinonvert niya into hotel, business hotel, charging 1,500 per night. So, you can do without owning, no? So, it's too expensive to buy a property in Mactan. Cost now 60 to 80,000 per square meter in a commercial area, lalo na malapit sa airport. Then mag-construct ka ngayon, it costs you 40 to 50,000, especially in the area. But leasing it for long term to 10 years or 15 years lease, so bawing-bawi yung renovation period mo for the next 15 years and manage it like a hotel or manage it whatever, no? Kung depende sa market mo. Pag-aralan mo yung market segment mo, target market mo in the area. So another case study is lease a whole hotel, yung mga lumang hotel o mga lumang pension house or lumang building, no? So I myself, I have clients which rented out a 65 rooms na pension house dati. It's been that for the last 15 years. So medyo na mahina ang negosyo ng pension house, lalo na after pandemic. So ang ginawa ng client ko is ni master lease niya the whole building for 15 years. Kinonvert niya yung ginawa niyang commercial, resto bar, yung roof deck, and then hostel yung mga nasa rooms. Meron siyang rooms for bed space deluxe or good for 2, good for 4. Meron siyang room na parang ganito sa picture, no, na hostel type, may sariling outlet, parang bed spacer, but per room 600 per night. Okay? Or convert it into English school. Yung isa ko namang Japanese client, we lease a pension house malapit sa Chonghua. It's 35 rooms. Kinonvert niya into dormitory ng mga Japanese student, dormitory ng mga Korean student. And then, yung isang big dining area, kinonvert niya into smaller cubicle and one-on-one study for English, no? And then, meron din siyang parang activity area. So that is very common. So I'm just giving you idea that you can also give business with this, yung mga nalumaan ng mga pension house na alam natin natalo na sila ngayon sa mga modern hotel. Ang kumikita ngayon are mga modern branded hotel na ngayon, no? Or yung isang client naman, nagli-list siya ng mga rooms, ginawa niyang motel. Sabi nga niya, Sam, I'm not happy with yung arawan. Tayo, di ba, minsan kanina mga rooms monthly ang kitaan. Yung hotel, pension hostel, ang kitaan daily. Yung sa isa kong client, Sam, I don't want mahina masyado yung monthly, daily. Gusto ko oras-oras, yung short time, 2 hours, 3 hours, pera kaagad. Din linis, palit ulit, linis, palit ulit, no? So, maraming ganyan, okay? So, maraming ganyan. Ginawa naman ng isa kong kaibigan, bawat taon, kumuha, nag-list siya ng mga malalaking bahay ng multiple rooms. Tsaka yung mga big sala, kinonvert din niya. And ginawa niyang parang lodge or motel. So, may car, may Toledo, may Batyan. So, parang gano'n, no? I'll show you another one. So, if you can find also old houses or old apartments in your town, in your province, you can convert that into lodge or motel, or you can convert that into bed and breakfast. So there's a opportunity also, no? In leasing multiple units. So if you go to your provinces, tingin-tingin ka dyan ng yung mga malaking bahay or mga lumang apartments na series of 4 doors, 5 doors, convert it into an apartment, into bed and breakfast or lodge or hotel or motel. Okay? So isa din yung magandang negosyo na pwede niyang pasukan. Another is lease an open lot and do the following. So, halimbawa, meron ka sa CBD area o sa commercial area, may bakanting lupa na wala pang planong magtayo si landowner. So, rent out mo ng 2 years or 3 years. Gawan mo ng mercado type space for rent, parang katulad sa photo. Or your bazaar or shows, no? May plant show ka, may motor show ka, or ano, no? So, kanya-kanyang gimmick, but you can lease it out by more larger. Kasi in average, you can lease mga ganito, 100 per square meter. Pero pag may mga kiosk ka na ng mga kainan, you can lease is 15,000 per no? Or you can lease it out at 1,000 per day. So, depende sa foot traffic naman sa location mo. So, again, this is master leasing and open space. Another also is master leasing and open space sa loob mismo ng mall. Di ba, recently after pandemic, maraming mga open space ang mall. So, yung iba nating mga kaibigan, they do master lease, isang mall, ginawa nilang mga kiosk, bazaar, at saka pinapa-lease out nila yon sa mga maliit. 4 square meter, 3 square meter, 2 square meter ang usapan. But not per square meter ang lease. Honestly, mahal talaga. Just like here in the Park Mall, imagine 4 square meter, you're leasing around 1.5 per day. That is already around 45,000 per month, no? More or less. So, ito naman yung iba naman nasa they master lease the, parang hallway ng mall. And then, nag-exhibit sila. Kumbaga, sabihin mo, 3 months exhibit sila or 6 months exhibit sila. You try to go SM, maraming ganyan nasa hallway mismo, no, ng mall. So, you can exhibit, bazaar, and other things. Or, sa labas mismo ng mall, yung papasok entrance, you can master list the whole thing para iba-iba, may gimmick ka. Itong buwan na to, ganito, itong buwan nito, ganito, plant show, itong buwan na to, RTW exhibit, bazaar, like that. Ito, this is the latest trend, no? Marami, let's say, sa Cebu alone, marami, nagkakaubusan yung mga warehouse malapit sa mga call center area, malapit sa mga subdivision. Why? Because they are converting the warehouse into indoor sports facilities. Especially yung badminton, yung tennis, yung pickleball, by tawag yun. Then, may coffee shop, may gym, and others, no? So, ito ang uso. So, hindi lang per square meter or renta, per hour na sila ngayon. Saka, trend tala at sunrise paakyat pa na industriya ito, no? So, sa ngayon nga marami pa ang demand, naghahanap ng ganito ngayon. So, just a warehouse. You lease it and convert into an indoor facilities. Okay, let's go to another open space. You can lease it and convert it into parking area. Either a one-level parking lang. So, it's all numbers, by the way. It's all numbers. So, you don't need to exaggerate. If you're not expert on number, you can always contact us for a help, or your colleague brokers, or your accountant, or your financial guru. Madali lang yan. You can compute the numbers and you can make financial projection study para pagkano bang kita. Pag nagtayo ka ng ganito na parang 3-level parking, you need to lock up a long-term lease para mabawi mo naman yung construction cost mo. Tsaka, pag ganito kasi uso to, kasi pwede mo naman after 10 years, pwede mo naman tanggalin tsaka ilipat sa ibang lugar yan. So, it's so easy, no? So, again, we have a lot of consultant dito in our industry. You can also hire them to do project feasibility study bago ka papasok. Okay? So, again, before entering lahat na to, pag-aralan natin talaga yung numero. Okay, so how to start all these things, mga potential na mga suggested approach para magiging landlord ka, magiging lessor ka without owning your own property. Yan talaga ang pinag-usapan natin ngayon. So, step by step tayo, hanap ka ano yung niche market mo. Hanap ka ano ba yung gusto mo. Target mo ba students, worker, tourists, iba-iba, no? Sa kanina pinakita ko iba-ibang target market 'yon. And you need to be entrepreneurial mindset. Kumbaga, alam mo yung dadalhin ka sa isang lugar, pag-aralan mo ano ba yung potential negosyo dito. Dapat may isip negosyante talaga, no? So you need to find your needs, and then once gusto mo, napag-aralan mo na yung numero, check properly your contract, your lease contract, your master lease contract. Check properly. You get a good lawyer to help you interpret your contract na it must be pantay, patas niya, protect also your interest. So, and then it must have your authority to sublease. No, kasi yun ang negosyo mo, subleasing. So, do practical fit out. So, part of your feasibility study or bago ka mag-say yes, mag-commit, alam mo na yung fixed cost mo monthly, alam mo yung other utility cost, alam mo din, dapat alamin mo magkano yung outright capital outlay mo sa renovation, furnishing, furnitures, and others, no? Or construction cost mo. If you will make bawi ba in 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years, lalo na pag long-term lease, no? By the way, another things we did with my client, which we operate a department store like parang Chinese department like Unitop. We do lease only with the lupa for 25 years also, and we construct. So we compute dapat yung construction cost mabawi namin halfway. If it's 20 years, dapat mabawi namin yung construction cost in 10 years. If it's 25, divide 2. So 12 and a half. Okay. So, practical fit out market units online. So, dapat you have a strong marketing system. How to market, pre-market your services, your space, your indoor, whatever for rent na lugar or negosyo. Dapat you have a strong marketing presence. Then, you must have a strong system for your management of your tenant, especially on your subleasing contract, in your collection. And then you need to properly manage your cash flow kasi the end of the month, you have payables. Your rentals, your utilities, and your manpower, and others you have to recover. So you need to compute what is your percentage of rental occupancy for your break-even para alam mo dapat 60% rented ka kasi break-even ka on the 60%. Below 60%, you're negative. Kaya habol mo para for you to do compensation incentive sa manpower mo. So alam mo what percentage is nasa positive or profit margin ka na. Property management is very important. We will elaborate that one mamaya. But again, once you do into this business, ikaw mismo, if you're a hands-on or if you're not hands-on, you need to hire a person who manages this business na may knowledge in the property and asset management. But these all things, don't worry because these are all teachable. As long as your person is willing to learn, maraming mga brokers, consultants na expert or experience in the industry na willing to help and educate us in the property management, asset management, leasing and rental management, and contracting, no? Marami. Pag-usapan natin yan more later. Okay. So, legal and risk consideration. Number one, get written consent from property owner. So, when you do a leasing business, kung saan doon sa mga project sample case natin na gusto mong pasukan, dapat you must have a written, open talaga, transparent ka sa kliyente mo. If the nature of business, ito din yung ipapasok mo ng mga tenant, dapat alam nila. Kasi lalo man pag nasa mall ka, may mga limitation yan. Baka or else you are competing with other tenant of the mall. So they need to have a balance of tenant, no? So let's say sinabi mo this is only used for residential bed spacer, then kinonvert mo into co-working space. Dapat it must be black and white in that contract. Now, compliance with your business permit, DTI, SEC, plus DIR. First thing, bago mo pasukin itong negosyo na to, you need to talk with your accountant or bookkeeper. Either you're gonna position your business into single prop, partnership, or corporation. Dapat alamin mo, dapat you talk properly with your accountant. Discuss the taxation purposes. Kung mga startup ka pa lang, as much possible, you start with single prop. But if you want to have a complete protection naman on your side, dapat corporation. But again, I'm a broker, I'm not an accountant or legal. You talk with your licensed accountant or lawyer, expert in the BIR taxation, expert in the SEC corporation to discuss further for your personality, anong business entity ang itatayo mo for your leasing business. Next, respect condo bylaws and zoning. Let us say yung kukuha ka ng mga condo unit para gagawin mong Airbnb. You need to double check with the admin, property admin, kung wala bang restriction for Airbnb. Kasi marami sa ibang mga developer, bawal mag-operate ng Airbnb. Baka tatamaan na engage ka na, contracting ka na, yun bawal. So you need to perform proper due diligence. Okay? You need. Or you lease an open space, check the zoning. Baka residential din gawin mong commercial. You need to check the zoning also with the LGU where the property located. You need to check. So your co-brokers, fellow brokers in your area can help you do all these things. Proper due diligence, no? Clarify taxes, but withholding. Again, this is part of the obligation of your accountant and bookkeeper to explain to you properly when is the time you become battable and non-battable. Especially what is the withholding. Kasi depend yan sa kitaan, no? So if you start small muna, testing the market before you go upgrading into bigger entity, so you create a 5 years roadmap of your business, kumbaga blueprint, and discuss it properly with your bookkeeper or accountant. Okay, so para to clarify properly your business entity. Now, use contract, sublease agreement, Airbnb management contract, and other contract which is fitted kumbaga para sa negosyo mo kung anong fit, no? So your lawyer can help you draft a proper master lease agreement for your leasing business based on your plano. If you are doing to this kind of leasing, dapat nandoon lahat, transparent lahat, black and white lahat, no? Kung pwede pa merong protection for you to move, to adjust a little bit. Dapat the contract a little bit side to you. So hire a good lawyer to help you on that. Don't make mistake, especially in the default clause. Alam natin ang negosyo, hindi natin alam suddenly biglang nagka-crisis, mag-collapse. So what is your protection? Let us say nag-lease ka ng 10 years, may na-develop ka na major construction, suddenly may default clause. Anong exit? What if suddenly negosyo pangit? Anong exit strategy? Explain it, set down properly with your consultant who manage your project feasibility study, how you can protect your investment. Can you pull it out? Can you pre-terminate? So alam din natin, negosyo ito. When you invest in stocks, dapat alam mo when to cut your loss. Kung totally drop siya, dive. In business, you need also alamin mo kung hanggang saan ka pwedeng matalo, and then hindi yung parang tuloy-tuloy, no? You need to learn when to cut also. Hindi naman sa guaranteed ang negosyo is palaging panalo. So the best thing lang, if going up, good, and how to keep your market going up. If it goes down, anong gawin mo para mag-bounce back? Paano ka makapag-pivot ka agad? No? Or talagang tuloy-tuloy, ano ba yung certain percentage na you can afford to lose without suffering yung other businesses mo or other personal asset mo? So you need to learn when to cut. Pag talagang hindi na kaya, and learn from it, wait, and have a strong bounce back. No? It's normal. Walang negosyante na hindi dumaan sa ganyang experience. So it's normal. It's normal yan. Don't worry. So, PHMLS advantage, scaling your rental business. So, we have this software. This is where you can connect, find properties in our PHMLS, which is we offered a subscription to all licensed broker nationwide. So, if you are offering searching property in your specific area or in outside your area, like I'm in Cebu, if I'm looking in Bohol or other part of Visayas or Mindanao, Luzon, I can use PHMLS because what's good thing, all property listed in the PHMLS, it's validated, certified, posted by only by a licensed real estate broker. Of course, alam natin, certified PRC licensed broker, they do perform proper due diligence on the property na in-advertise nila for rent. Or pag wala, I can contact this broker for asking their services to help me find a warehouse to convert it into the indoor facilities or other business. Market rental. So once I acquired already a property in my business, prior to launching 3 months prior to that, I can also tap the service of PHMLS system to tap other brokers to help pre-market my leasing. Again, pre-market my leasing. The good thing with leasing, I don't need, I don't need license to sell. It's rental business. So, pinapalis ko na lang diretso sa mga licensed broker para mas mabilis, tulong-tulong. Broker-to-broker collaboration. Mas mabilis kasi nationwide, it's all licensed broker ang tulong-tulong, nagmamarket at nag-aalok ng mga property. For sell by owner access, I can easily connect, we broker can easily connect also with the listing property owner for us to look for property to sublease for master leasing. And then It can also be co-branded by all our subscribers for their own personal realty name or personal name for branding. So, K-Takeaway, with the right model of your leasing business, plus the PHMLS digital system that we offer for subscription at 1,000 per month, and you can have your own unique websites and other services, you can start your rental business today without owning a property and grow it in a full-scale enterprise. Grow it in a full-scale enterprise. So if you are serious about starting your rental business without owning property, our system, PHMLS, as your partner, it can help you, gives you opportunity and execute your plan right then and then. So, bago to end our discussion is, allow me to share, co-advertise lang ng kaibigan kong si Sir Nestor. Meron siyang rental or leasing management certification course soon to come at October 7, 8, and 9. Either you attend via Zoom webinar or you attend face-to-face. Okay, in Cebu, if we can hit 12, minimum of 12 in Cebu, we will do the face-to-face in Cebu, but again, open pa rin sa Zoom webinar. So, I think the value for these 3 days, to kasama na snacks and meals, is I think mga 7,500. Kumbaga, it's only a average of 2,500 per day. So if you're interested, just message us, subject leasing management course. And lastly, again, thank you for all your time joining and attending our webinar tonight. I'm inviting you again next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, our topic naman is about real estate flipping in the Philippines, turning your properties into profit. Okay? So, that's on September 30, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pariho lang po ang Zoom ID. So, please mark it on your... So, if you're interested into buy and sell, buy, renovate, and sell, paano ba makaspot ng mga affordable property or below the market property? So ano ba yung legalities? Ano ba yung mga documentation? How to market it, and etc. Ano ba yung cost ng construction? Pag-uusapan natin next week. So again, kita-kita ulit tayo next week. Next week pala. So thank you so much, and let's open our door for